to Would I Lie to You, the show where deception is the dish of the day. And on Lee Mack's team tonight, charismatic, charming, gorgeous, and a beautiful Welsh accent. But enough about me, it's Alex Jones. And a man who in the 1970s punk era was an angry young poet. Of course, he's completely different now. He's an angry old poet. It's John Cooper Clarke. And on David Mitchell's team tonight, a comedian who used to be a drama teacher. Shakespeare, Chekhov, Pinter were just some of the books he threw at the pupils. It's Greg Davis. And a TV presenter who regularly hosts episodes of Made in Chelsea. Now, if you've not seen the show, just imagine a really good drama and watch that instead. It's Rick Edwards. And so to round one, Home Truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. Now, to make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They've no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. And Alex is first up tonight. OK.
The first time I used eBay, I accidentally bought a canoe instead of a handbag.
David's team.
Well, how did that error occur?
Well, back in the day, when eBay was pretty new, I thought I'd have a little go. And I quite like vintagey stuff and old clothes, although when they delivered, it's not quite as good because they always smell a bit musty and have an air of dead people. But I like the idea.
Yeah. Did you get that from eBay? Was that you? Sorry, carry on.
So I was scrolling through, as you do, and saw a lovely clutch bag. I know I've lost you all already, haven't I? A clutch bag. A clutch bag is a little bag.
For keeping the pedal from a car in. You have an accelerator bag and a brake bag.
So what are we saying, Alex? You saw a clutch bag, you were miming putting the clutch bag under your arm to get into it, and then you pressed canoe by accident.
In fact, in the modern computers, they've taken the canoe button off the keyboard because this kept happening.
OK, you're looking at eBay. What happens
scrolling
next?
through.
Right.
It started off at 99p. 99 pence, John. Are you in?
For a vintage bag?
Yeah. You're in. Anyway. Next thing you know, £14. I'm thinking about pulling out.
Yeah.
Because that's quite a lot for a vintage bag. But anyway, on it went.
Yeah.
£32.
Right. And you're still bidding?
You still in, John?
No, I wasn't even in when it was 99. You were worried about that. You read me wrong there, Alex. I don't know what my body language is telling me.
OK, so the price is going up. You're tracking, that's what they call it.
£32.
You're tracking the bag.
And I think it's a good time to go to bed.
Yeah.
Leave it. Next morning,
Yeah.
email on the laptop. Congratulations, your bid was successful. You have bought a second-hand red canoe.
It's quite a jump, isn't it? Yeah. Do you think that's a terrible story? There's some fella whose boat was going down. He says, don't worry, I've got this covered. Trying to squeeze a family of 5 into a vintage handbag.
So you emailed the canoe man saying, instead of the canoe, could I have the clutch handbag that looks like
And he said, I haven't got a clutch handbag to offer.
Yeah.
And I said, well, you've lied, because I bid on a clutch handbag.
Oh, so do you think he was luring people in by putting photographs of vintage handbags, which people then bid on and bid on, bid on, whatever they pay, whatever the handbag looks like, they only get a canoe.
Maybe 7 times out of 10, people make do with the canoe. It must have looked into it.
Have you ever seen at the opening night of a film a glamorous starlet turning up with what the commentators are saying is an incredibly large clutch bag? OK, what are you thinking, David?
I think I don't know. What do you think?
There's too much of a gap.
Do you think it's true?
No, I think it's a lie.
I think it's a lie.
We think it's a lie.
You all think it's a lie. Quite conclusively a lie.
Conclusively a lie.
OK, Alex, truth or lie?
Silly boy, as he was, in fact.
Well done, you.
Yes, it's true. Alex did accidentally buy a canoe instead of a handbag on eBay. Greg, your turn.
I once caused an injury to one man whilst trying to get a different man to say the word vegetables.
Please, team.
Right, just the word vegetables.
Yeah.
Do you
Why?
really like the word vegetables?
Not as a general rule, no,
Okay.
but I liked it when this man said it.
Why? What was it about this man, the way he said vegetables, that was funny?
Did he have a speech impediment? Or...
No, he didn't. He was a very intense man, though, and he was also Austrian. I was with a friend once, and he was a colleague of ours, sorry, and I overheard him say vegetables, and we both found it incredibly funny.
So can you just roughly give us an impression of how he used to say vegetables? Even just roughly?
He said it exactly like this. Vegetables. And then we happened to be on a coach trip with him, and so we spent the whole coach trip trying to get him to say vegetables
Right, so
again.
where were you? Where were you going and how did you know
I was
him?
on a school trip. I used to be a teacher, so we were
And
on
he was a teacher?
Yeah, he was a teacher.
What did he teach?
He was the head of languages, and he was...
Head of languages? The head of languages used to go,
Vegetables!
Imagine I'm the man. OK, I'm on the coach, I'm sat, we're driving. Off you go.
So I said,
Yeah? You're very big, aren't you?
this isn't like him at all.
You're very big, aren't you? Sit.
So I was saying things like, oh, I've been trying to keep fit lately, and I know that you're into keep fit. You know, would you recommend for a healthy diet? And he was going, well, you know, I would. You must eat a balanced diet. You must eat greens, and you must enjoy some protein in limited. I was going, yeah, but I mean, if you were to group some of those foods together. And he was going, well, I mean, yeah, you must have carbohydrates, of course, and you must have... And it was horrific. It went on for about an hour. And every time I tried to find a new angle for vegetables, his ludicrous Austrian interpretation of things led us down a dark alley. It was literally an hour in the making.
And how did you finally get him to say it?
I honestly can't remember. It came out of nowhere, and he suddenly said it, and he said it with such passion. It was... He went, oh, well, of course you must have vegetables! I started biting my hand to stop myself from laughing. And my friend who was next to me, there's a jagged piece of metal at the front of the coach, and because it was so funny, just to remind you, vegetables, of course! And my friend saw the piece of metal and pushed his knee into it on purpose to stop himself from laughing. And blood started, like, spraying out of his... Started spraying out of his knee, yeah.
This is getting elaborate, this story.
And I'll tell you another detail. We went and did the trip, which was in Paris, and then after we came all the way back... all the way back to Calais, and I said to him, you know, we put all the kids' passports in that hotel in Paris last night. Did you remember to... Because he was in charge of the trip. Did you remember to bring those? And he was standing up in front of the children on the coach, and he went, oh, Scheiße! And we had to speak to the port authorities and get permission to take the kids on without passports while he went back on his own. Can I tell you one more detail as well? We were also standing in the middle of Paris under the Eiffel Tower. We'd been there for an hour and the kids were all running around. And he came over and went, we must go, we are late for our next appointment. And I said, well, we should just make sure that all the kids are here. And he goes, yes, of course we should, yes. And he turned round and went, is everybody here? And all the kids went, yeah. He went, well, then we will move on. It is vegetables!
What are you thinking, Lee?
I think it's true.
True from John.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I think lie. You are a fantastic actor, Mr. Greg Davis.
Well, so what are you going to say?
OK, what do we think,
I
Alex?
think you'll find I'm BAFTA
Okay.
nominated.
We're all BAFTA nominated.
False.
OK, we'll go lie.
You're going to say it's a lie. Greg,
Well,
truth
Well.
or lie?
it is the truth.
Yes, that was all true. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So, please welcome this week's special guest, Mary. Now then, Mary is the dog, not the handler, OK? It's
Obviously,
Mary,
because
and
if
I'm...
Mary had been the handler, she wouldn't have had a dog, she'd have had a little lamb.
OK, Alex, what is Mary to you?
This is Mary, a dog, and I had to spend an entire episode of The One Show covering up the fact that she'd been sick on me.
OK, so, John, how do you know Mary?
This is Mary. I recited a poem at her wedding.
There we are, John's married mutt, and finally Lee. What is your relationship with Mary?
This is Mary, and when she was pining for her owners, I sat up with her all night and tried to comfort her with a song.
All right, David's team, where do you want to start?
Alex, why was Mary on the One Show?
She was abandoned.
So
I know you can't believe it.
if a dog is ever abandoned in Britain, should it happen, they immediately get a slot on national television just to sort it out, just to check that there are no dogs without homes ever.
It was a very light day.
Was it a day with me, Matt Baker, or was it Chris Evans?
It was me, Matt Baker. Mary came on.
It's me, Matt Baker, from The One Show.
I think what we've learned from that, ladies and gentlemen, is that Rob can't do Chris Evans.
So little Mary comes on the show and we want to rehome her. We gave her lots of treats because she was on television. She came to sit on me and then the treats all became a bit much. Under the lights, mess.
OK, so you didn't have a story for The One Show. You scooped up a stray dog, pumped it full of sugar, and got your just desserts.
Why wasn't it immediately noticeable that Mary was being sick?
Because as we were linking into whatever came next, it wasn't relevant. We'd moved away from Mary.
Okay. Oh, yeah, Matt Baker was pushing bounty bars into a pony's face by then.
In the meantime, Mary is being violently sick.
So you're talking about something else.
Yeah, we
You're
go into something
stroking
else.
Mary on your
Stroking
knee.
Mary.
Then Matt's sort of saying...
Matt Baker's spooning Angel Delight into a fox.
What I want to clarify is what's on television at that moment.
My face.
So it's a close-up of your face.
It's only to here, so you can't
See that you're stroking
this.
Mary, or that
And
it's
you
come to
can't
some sort of
see the
fruition.
mess. And
Yeah.
they just said, just carry on.
OK. Did Mary stay there, or did Mary sort of think, oh, they're
Well-
sick here?
She didn't have time to react anyway. Matt Baker was on top of her with a curly whirly. Just... Well, you've got room for more now, haven't you?
OK. John, when you came up with your story, did you realise that Mary was a dog?
Yes, of course.
Well, you do have dog weddings.
Some owners channel their loneliness through events like
Well,
that.
I've been to a lot of weddings. I'm just going through them. Human. Do you know, I think they might all be human.
Now, listen,
It
dogs
is a
do...
fact that dogs get married.
Dogs get married.
But also, it is a fact that dogs don't get married. That's
All right, OK. So, John, you wrote a poem and performed it at the wedding of Mary. Tell us about the experience.
Well, it was a poem I'd already written that that have proved to be very popular at modern weddings. It's called I Wanna Be Yours, and the first verse goes, let me be your vacuum cleaner, breathing in your dust. Let me be your Morris Marina, I will never rust. If you like your coffee hot, let me be your coffee pot. You call the shots, I wanna be yours. It goes on for another 3 verses.
Who is Mary's owner, and do you know the owner?
Yes, Mary's owners live next door but one, on the right-hand side of our house. Going out.
Right.
If you're going out, she's on the right-hand side.
That's a good point. So if you're going in the back door, they're on the left, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right.
And John, describe what was the ceremony like?
It was conducted by the vet who had neutered her husband. It's kind of sick. If the arrangements had been explained to me beforehand, I don't think I would have got involved.
Yeah.
What was the husband's name? The dog that was fulfilling the role of the husband here. Do you remember the name?
Tyson.
Tyson. Do you know Tyson, the owners of Tyson, or did you only know the owners of Mary?
I knew the owners of Mary better, but I did know the owners of Tyson as well.
So Tyson and Mary weren't owned by the same people?
No.
So
no.
how were they going to cohabit? Because usually dogs tend to live with their owners rather than setting up home on their own.
Good question, David. Tyson lived next door but one, on the left, going out. So they saw a lot of each other without actually cohabitating.
John, where did the wedding itself take place?
At a place called Old Hall. They breed their own sheep. So as it happens, Mary did have a little lamb.
Lee, OK, remind us.
So this is Mary, and when she was pining for her owners, I stayed up with her all night and comforted her with a song.
Aww.
Where were you, and why were you with Mary, and why was Mary not with her owners?
My next-door neighbours, they went away to a wedding, a human wedding, I don't know if you've heard of them. and they asked me and my wife to look after little Mary.
So the dog came round to your house.
Well, no, we picked him up because he doesn't know the way.
OK. So, is Mary male?
Always call him a he. Yeah.
What?
Do you always call Mary he?
Well, yeah, no, sorry, she. Yeah. Sorry, I was getting this up. My husband Tara sorts it all out.
So, what happened then?
My wife went to bed and the kids were asleep, so it's just me and Mary. You know, I was watching the TV and she was fine, she was happy just sort of lying in front of the fire. And then, suddenly, it started.
What?
The programme, it was brilliant. The pining. So this pining got worse, the pining got worse and worse. That was breaking my heart, it really was, and ruining the show I was watching. So it wasn't, it was the one show, I didn't care. And I phoned her.
Your wife goes to bed before the one show.
No, David, I'd recorded it.
You're right.
Always record.
You record the one
when
show.
There's literally nothing else to watch. And I phoned up my neighbour who was at the wedding, and I said, "Look, Mary's pining." She said, "Have you tried everything?" I said, "I've done everything. I've taken my foot off her tail. So they said, "Well, you're not going to believe this." They said, "But there is a way that you can keep her calm as she calms down." Right. Do you, by any chance, have the song "Money for Nothing" by Dire Straits? and she said, that the owner said, if you play that song on your CD player, Mary will calm down. So I get the CD, I put it on, and it was like magic. It was unbelievable. The second it went... Can I just say, you won't be needing any more biscuits, I'll take it from here. She's calming down.
All right, we need an answer. So, David's team, is Mary Alex's poorly pup, John's married mutt, or Lee's homesick hound?
Well, I must say, I'm not finding Lee's story quite as convincing as usual.
You can imagine John reading that poem out at a dog's wedding very easily.
Hold on a second, guys. I think Mary's getting a little bit bored, so we'll let her pop off. See, look, we thought that might happen.
So we're going to get down on all fours and put this wig on.
Oh, no.
You know what's going to happen, David, just to warn you, if this works tonight, they'll start replacing other people with cutouts and we're out of a job. I'm sorry, I just thought if someone just tunes in now and goes, what the hell? I don't know what to do, but that dog is very well behaved. Playing with the remote, because he's on pause. Okay, nobody move, just really shock the audience. That's not going to work if you clap.
OK. Greg, what do you think? The dog showing up on the One Show.
I believe Matt Baker's capable of that cruelty, but on this occasion, I don't think he did, no.
I mean, I'm erring on the side of John.
OK.
It's got to be John. I want it to be so bad.
Yeah, I do as well.
Well, I think we're going to go with John then, are we?
OK, you're saying it's John. Right, now, Mary is resting, so I will give Mary's answer for her.
Get behind the cardboard cutout.
My name is Mary.
And I do Tommy Cooper impressions.
I'm doing a dog.
I'm sorry. That's not good, is it? You are genuinely, I'm not just saying, you look at that, you are genuinely to scale as if you were a jockey on a horse.
My name is Mary, and I can reveal that I was sick on Alex during the One Show. Thank you very much.
Which brings us to our final round, quick-fire lies, and we start with... It's Lee.
I once took my trunks off in the communal area of a ladies' changing room after getting out of a pool and misreading the signs through my foggy goggles.
David's team.
So, where was the swimming pool?
It was at the leisure centre.
All right. Where was the leisure centre?
Just next to the swimming pool. It was my local leisure centre.
OK.
Did anyone see your genitalia?
4 people looked, but no one saw it.
I'm keen to know, at which point were you planning to take off your goggles? When I get out of the pool, I shake off like that.
Yeah?
I turn back, let them have a nice look, and then I put the goggles up. There's no way you'd keep your goggles on for the walk.
Well, I am short-sighted, and they are prescription goggles, and I wouldn't have been able to.
So you were going to wear them home?
Not wear them home, no. I was going to put my glasses on that were in the dressing room.
So the reason you kept the goggles on that stopped you being able to see was so that you could see.
The irony.
So you get into the changing rooms.
Yes. Now it's goggles off like that.
Yeah.
And,
so now you can't see anything
I can't see a thing.
Yeah.
There was actually no one in the room. It's trunks down like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when I heard the voice.
And what was the voice?
Hello, I live in your trunks. But that's another story for next week.
No, that's the children's book you're working on. I still feel publishers will be nervous.
So I go in, I do that, I bend over, speedo's down, and...
Is that your technique? Goggles off, pants down? I mean, do you not go to your locker? I would take the goggles off, put them in the locker. I wouldn't go goggles off, pants down. Right. Where's my locker?
Was that the locker? No, I was at the locker.
What did the voice say?
The voice said, excuse me, and I said, excuse me, I'm not sure you should be in here.
Did you not question yourself at this point?
Question myself? I questioned her. What are you doing in the men's changing room? I said, Alex, could you say excuse me in the relevant way? I'll show you exactly how it went. Come out here. This is exactly how it went, right?
Where are we going?
I'll walk you from the... Right, so I've left my child in the pool. a minute. If they go down, blow.
I might dry in over here or something.
You're in the shower, actually. Right, get out the pool.
At this point, the goggles aren't yet steamed
The
up.
goggles are on. They're a bit wet, and I walked in. I'm in there, and then I think right, and then I look up with my goggles. It's goggles up,
Off,
trunks
pants
down.
Excuse me?
You're that woman from the one show.
This is the ladies. Get out, you pervert.
I think you'll find this is the men's changing room.
Hang on a minute. No, that's not right. Because if you said that to her, I think you'll find this is the men's change room and you believed it, and your system would kick back in again. Bam! The pants would be...
Oh, no. I wasn't going to make a point and go, right, come on then. Beat that! So then the woman said to me, she said, excuse me, I panicked, and I said, I said, excuse me, this is the men's. She says, no, this is the women's. And I thought, for a minute, I thought she was wrong. And then I thought, oh my God, she might be right. And then another woman came in, and then a third woman. But I'm so argumentative, it wasn't until the fourth woman came in that I considered that I'd made a mistake.
So what do you think? Was he telling the truth there, David's team?
I think it's, without question, a lie.
And you
In
think
fact, if it is the truth, I'm prepared to pull my trousers and pants down right now on this show.
I'm not comfortable with that sort of forfeit becoming part of the format of this game.
So you are willing to say that you are willing to drop your trousers if this is true?
Yeah.
Can we get you some goggles as well?
I don't need them. My eyes will be closed.
I think we're saying it's a lie.
Yes.
I'd like to say that I'm not willing to do anything at all if we happen to be wrong.
So you're all
It's
saying...
only a game, for God's sake.
So you say it's a lie. Okay. Lee, was it the truth or was it a lie?
It is, in fact, Greg, true. Can I just say that I just whispered, could you change it? Because it was, in fact, a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. Lee didn't take his trunks off in the ladies' changing room because of his foggy goggles. And that noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show, and I can reveal that the scores are tied with 2 points each. But of course, it's not just a team game, and my individual liar of the week this week is John Cooper Clark. Yes, John Cooper Clark. And of course, John will be given a hero's welcome when he gets back home to the distant planet where he was hatched. Good night.
Would I Lie to You back same time next week. Coming up, Reed's gone to the dark side, leaving Drake to deal with dangerous charlatans on Ripper Street next. And new comedy later with a gaggle of oddballs fighting disaster on a weekly basis. Meet the Mountain Goats at 10:35.